Hey everybody, Moses Frost here, and I wanted to do a segment every so often called bug fixes, or probably it's going to be called bug reports. And these are just articles that through clarifications or through talking to others or maybe through just social media, I can go back, revisit, and clarify things. So today's topic is going to be on the Cellebrite conversation from last week. So let me actually do that right now. Let's take a look at this. So here was what I commented on was this article here. Now I didn't actually display the article the last time I commented. Actually, let me fix this here. I didn't actually display the article. What I did instead was just kind of discuss it. But here's the article itself. And I wanted to talk about what this said. Basically, this was the fact that Cellebrite stopped allowing the Serbian government to use the product. And it was based on this December article where the Serbian government was caught using maybe using Cellebrite to actually install software. Now, the Cellebrite, the reason I mentioned that, I said basically Cellebrite was used to install software, was because it was actually in this release, right? It explained how Serbian authorities used Cellebrite products to enable the Nova spyware infections. In at least two cases, the UFED exploits, software that takes advantage of a bug or vulnerability, were used to bypass security mechanisms, allowing the authority to install Nova Spy during police interviews. Now, this is a source of contention. It is not clear whether the vector for attack is the fact that exploits are used to unlock the phone, if Cellebrite UFED is used to allow for installation or rooting of the system, or if using the extracted data they did it. It's not very clear. If you talk to Cellebrite, they will tell you that this is designed for extraction, and it definitely violates terms of service to do it for anything other than extraction, especially in this manner. But this is their statement, and their statement basically goes out and says, hey, look, we're aware of this happening. We're investigating. It violates our ethics and integrity. And then they went out and pulled the license. Now, you have to understand that as a company, Cellebrite's in a tricky situation because they're trying to do, I'm sure they're trying to do good. And if it is used for something nefarious, that's really unfortunate. So we have a couple options. One, we cannot do forensics anymore. Period. End of story. We could say, you know what, forensics violates human rights and we don't do them anymore. And so criminals get away with horrendous things. Probably not the world you want to live in. Two, Cellebrite conducts business exactly as they're conducting it. Probably the right way of doing it, right? Or three, somebody else comes out and gives this capability to nation state actors in an uncontrolled manner. These are the options. There's no better. I mean, I'm sorry, right? So I think Cellebrite's doing the right thing here. They're not trying to sell to governments that maliciously use the system. What else can you ask for? Now, I also want to mention another thing, which is sometimes forensics tools in general are used for bad things. We've done this for years. APT groups got a wind of this, honestly, and they started doing this. So here's an example of an APT group. This was from 2023, but there's been others that do this. So here, Arctic Wolf uncovered an issue with basically a ransomware intrusion that exploited Mitel. But interestingly enough, they executed Magnet RAM Capture, which is a incident response tool that you would use to dump memory. And because most EDR tools will view this as a positive tool, they would successfully evade things. We've invaded all sorts of EDRs this way. Now, many EDRs have caught up to the fact that attackers uses, but what I will go on the record saying is that not every single tool has been covered, right? So many of the techniques have, but not every single one. So kind of an interesting aside. Anyway, I thought I'd bring it up because this is something that we see quite often being used, and it's something that I think you all should be aware of. So the double-edged sword of incident response tools. Anyway, I thought I would highlight this. Of course, I want to go on the record, correct things. These are fast-moving stories, and of course, or may not be obvious to you all, but I like to try to record daily videos on some of the newer late-breaking stuff. If you like this, I try to upload every day. Please subscribe, and see you tomorrow.